SVSU head women's basketball coach Jamie Pewinski joining us today. Thanks for coming by.
Thanks for having me.
Your program announced their recruiting class for the 2003 season, consisting of 3 girls. You got some height, got some quickness. Talk about these 3 individuals.
Yeah, we're really excited about the 3 kids we have coming in. Each of them is going to add a little bit of depth in positions that we need. We like Gracie Whalen out of East Lansing to add some depth at the post spot. She can play a little bit of 4, probably back up Emily at the 5. Will most likely be able to come right in and play for us, so we're excited about her. Shooter, we got a nice shooter in Courtney Zenner out of Grand Rapids, and I think she's one of the better shooters in the class of 2013 in the state of Michigan, so we're really excited to get her. And if you've checked our stats out lately, we're struggling to shoot a little bit, so she's going to be able to get some minutes. And then lastly, we got Bethany McCord, who's just a straight-up athlete. Will be able to guard multiple positions and really put some pressure on the other teams as far as rebounding and being just a bit of a matchup nightmare in certain spots. So we're excited for the 3 of them to give us some depth. Obviously, with only 10 on the roster after Aisha graduates, getting 3 in here, and we're still going to look for a couple more. But that's a great start to our 2013 class.
6 games into this season. 2-4 record, probably not indicative of how you feel about your team. It's been really fun to watch. You got some, freshmen who can really play.
Yeah.
Talk about, this early start to the season.
Well, we're just starting to get a lineup down, and we're still kind of tinkering a little bit. We had Kristen Green out for the first 2 games. Paige Wright's been hurt. So we've just been messing around with lineups, and we don't really have set roles yet. So I think once we get a few more games in, get a little more comfortable with our actual roles, we'll start to improve a little bit more. But for the first 6 games, we've had a lot of close games. We've had some close losses, and we really need to be in those games to be able to figure out how to win them. So we're excited about giving ourselves a chance at the end of games and having opportunities to win those games. We've played some tough competition. So those teams we played their records are really good and they're playing well. So for us to be able to compete with such a young squad right now, we're excited about what's coming up.
You touched on it real quickly. Shooting percentage kind of low. I know it really frustrates you at times. Talk about what type of things you guys are doing to try to make that improve a little bit.
Well, really, it's you kind of got to balance how much you harp on it. We have good shooters. I don't doubt that for a second. We have good shooters, and some of it is being picky about what shots we decide to take, because the worse we shoot, the more people will stop guarding us out there, and those shots are there. And we're trying to teach them we can get those shots at any point in the shot clock, and there's some rhythm shots we're not taking and some tougher shots we are taking, which is going to drop that percentage a little bit. So we're really kind of discussing shot selection, what's a good shot for one person, what's not. And when we want to take those perimeter shots. So I think it's just a matter of time. These kids work hard. They are putting up, thousands of shots on their own, trying to correct this. And we don't want them to get too frustrated, lose too much confidence and harp on it too much. So we're just going to continue to work and practice and keep complimenting them when they're making shots and try to build that confidence as much as we can.
This past weekend, you guys got the privilege to host the #1 team in the country, Ashland. Here, it was a very interesting game. Yeah. I'll let you explain how that happened.
Well, Ashland is they're everything you want. They're everything you want to be. You want your program to be. They're a bunch of smart kids. They play together. They don't make mistakes. They don't hurt themselves. They have a go-to player. They ride her. They make sure she gets the ball. They shoot it well. And they stay together no matter what. So for us to be able to host them and play against them and see how those guys responded to adversity and the way they played just the whole entire 40 minutes, that's exactly some of the lessons we took out of there was, you can't panic and you've got to continue to play and you've got to set the tone a little bit. So we were a little disappointed in the first probably 12, 13 minutes and how we came out, and I felt like we were I don't want to say backing down, but we were kind of feeling them out. We were trying to see how good this team really was and what they were going to do to us, and we didn't really make enough shots early or get the ball in the right spot to put some pressure on them. When Doherty went out with the 3 fouls, which was huge, I thought Sam did a great job of making her work and putting some pressure on her. I think she got foul trying. Sam was offensive rebounding. She got a foul trying to hold her back from a rebound, and she got a foul in transition on Sam. So Sam did a good job putting pressure on her, and that gave her 3 in the first half. When she went out, we made a pretty significant run to cut that back to 4. So I think we're down 15, and we cut it back to 4 at the half with a chance to go to 2. So that was obviously good to see at the half, and I was a little worried coming back out in the second half if we would continue to play with that same energy. And sure enough, Ashland really kind of took it to us again, got us down 10. But our team didn't quit. I thought we played hard. I thought a lot of times there were stretches we had the momentum when we had things going our way, and we really could have had a different outcome in that game. And watching film back, I think the team realizes that. For the most part, I think it was an issue. We didn't believe 100% that we could win that game. We thought we could hang with them. We thought we could play with them. But when it came down to the last 4 or 5 minutes, they believed they were going to win, and we kind of were hoping to. And when that happens, the team that believes it's going to make the plays and win, and that's what they did.
Statistically, your team and a couple individuals have had some very high ranks in the statistics. Emily Wendling, 4th in the country in field goal percentage. The team 16th in assisted turnover ratio, 17th fewest turnovers in the country.
Yeah.
Talk about those not only those stats but those players. And
Emily's just come out of the gates flying here. She's had an awesome start to her career, and the team is really feeding off of her. She gives them confidence, and they throw the ball into her. They know something good's going to happen. So she's not a high volume shooter. She's a high percentage shooter. She makes a lot of shots. So. And she does a good job of rebounding, but it's coming down to her working hard before she gets the ball, and the team really starting to look for her. So we don't think she's doing anything that can't continue. We think it's only going to get better. Percentage may drop a little bit if we start getting her more shots, but we're excited about where she can go. I mean, she's really just kind of scratching the surface as far as how good she can be. And as far as the assist turnover, I was a little surprised to see that. That obviously wasn't a category we were very good in last year. As a group, we turned it over a ton and didn't have a lot of assists. So I attribute just to the chemistry of the team. Really trying to work hard and play together, and they understand the importance of taking care of the ball, and how we keep talking about we're not shooting a high percentage, so we need to make sure we get possessions and keep our possessions, and they're doing a great job of that. And I think we're really just trying to hit the open player, and when you start moving the ball around, you get a few more assists, you get better shots, and as long as we continue to make our 2-footers, I think we'll be okay.
I know right now it's 4 assists fewer per game than last year. But anyways, this weekend, right before Christmas break, Walsh and Malone, some GLAC newcomers that maybe we don't know too much about.
Yeah.
Can you preview those matchups for us?
Yeah, it's I've been coaching a long time. It's rare that I'm going to go to a school I haven't been to, especially in our region. But I have not played Walsh or Malone in the 13 years that I've been coaching, and it's going to be interesting. Don't know what those gyms are like, so I guess we're all kind of going to go through it for the first time here together. But Malone's playing very well. They're I think 2-2 in conference, had 2 tough losses. But they're good. I mean, they got some great guards. I think they just had the Player of the Week on the south side there. We're going to have to really bring our A game. I think the stat is they score 15 more points at home than on the road, so we're going to have to really, really defend. They run a lot of the same stuff Tiffin runs, so we've faced it already this year, a little bit of that, so that hopefully helps us. But for the most part, we're still in the focus mode of ourselves. We're really trying to make sure we know what we're trying to do, that we try to stay within our system and continue to build the program and the offense and defense the way we want it built, and try to make somebody else adjust to us. So we'll discuss concepts. We'll look at they do a lot of backdoor cuts, some flare screens. We'll look at some of that stuff and how we want to defend it. Walsh, I know less about Walsh. Their record's not as good, but they've had some big leads on some teams, and they seem to shoot the ball pretty well. So we're really going to have to just kind of buckle down and grind it out, and hope to our biggest thing is we want to attack both teams in transition and get in the paint on them.
Cardinal basketball on the road this weekend. Saturday, Monday.
Yep.
Little odd.
Yeah.
Saturday at Malone. Monday at Walsh in Ohio.
Yep.
Jamie Pewinski, thank you very much, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you. Appreciate it.